for over 25 years.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
For WICR, I'm Nick Rippo.
And we're back. Welcome to WICR. We are back with Throwback Thursdays with Chelsea Taylor Harris and Enajite.
Hey.
What's going on, guys? You know it's Throwback Thursday. It's the best day of the week. You listen to the latest and greatest in news and entertainment. Lots to talk about today. We have an exclusive today. Oh, favorite word. I don't know about you.
Exclusive.
I love exclusive. But before we get to that, let's talk about the Oscars.
How boring it was? Is that what we're going to start with?
Yeah. That's what I wrote in my notes here, because you guys, it was boring.
It was really like boring. Like honestly, I always just watch the red carpet. Like that's what I really go for when I watch award shows. And I was watching the E! News red carpet.
I love a good E! News.
It was really cool. Like everyone looks really nice.
Fabulous. I didn't even I didn't really pay attention to that.
No, the outfits were really nice. I wasn't super wowed by
Yeah.
anybody.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, okay, yeah, these are really nice outfits.
Mm-hmm.
Watched a little bit of the Oscars, and I was like, okay, this is
boring.
boring.
It was boring.
On
okay.
to the next.
Okay, we're going to read some of the winners. But honestly, I've never heard of these movies.
Yeah, same.
Let's see. Best Picture, Birdman.
I never watched
Method
Birdman.
Man. I thought that was a rapper. I thought that was a rapper. Yup.
I'm not even gonna lie. When they were talking about the nominees for the Oscar movies, and they said Birdman, I'm thinking of the rapper.
Me
and I'm like,
too.
okay, Birdman in movies now. That's what's up.
Yep. There's that. The best actor was Eddie Redmayne. Yeah, from The Theory of Everything. That's my life. I know The Theory of Everything. Yep, no idea what this movie is. Best actress, Julianne Moore. Best director, Alejandro Gonzalez. Yeah, that last name is not happening. It's from Birdman. The Birdman thing.
Birdman.
Best foreign.
Not the rapper.
Not the rapper, not Method Man. I love Method Man, but besides the point. Ida is the best foreign film. Glory was the best song. We'll get to that spiel in a minute and a half, literally. That was by John Legend and Common. Mm-hmm. Best supporting actor is J.K. Simmons, who's I don't know who he is.
I don't know you.
I don't with you. Yeah, there's that. And then we're gonna get to this lady in just a few seconds as well. The best supporting actress is Patricia Arquette for Boyhood. Boyhood.
What's that?
You know me. I usually research everything. Yup, I have no interest in knowing because it's not. Weren't the Oscars last year? I knew one movie in the Oscars.
No, last year's Oscars, I was definitely really into it because I watched majority of the movies.
Me too. And you know what one of them was? My favorite movie, Frozen. That's the only reason why I thought that.
Let it go.
We're going to get to Idina Menzel. We have a lot to talk about today.
John Travolta pronounced her name wrong.
Oh. Oh my God.
She was performing Let It Go, and he pronounced her name like gibberish. Like, honestly, I wish we had a clip of it. But
I didn't even see that because I was so bored.
He couldn't pronounce her name. He was like, the lovely and the talented.
Like, oh my God. I can't even. Yup, there's that.
The funniest.
I had to get recapped. We're going to do a little shout out over here to BuzzFeed because I was on my phone the whole entire time playing probably some game and on Instagram or something because it was boring. So the BuzzFeed article we're going to be referencing to is the 27 most important moments from the Oscars by Lauren Yappalater from BuzzFeed.
Hey.
Shout out, girl. Your article helped me. Yeah. So the first thing let's talk about is Idina Menzel. She introduced John Travolta, Glam Gazingo.
Yeah, because he pronounced her name wrong from the beginning. So she's like, all right, Glam Gazingo.
Glam Gazingo, like, hi, Glam Gazingo. But why Glam Gazingo? Like, why not another thing? Like,
if you would have heard the way John Travolta pronounced her name, literally it sounded kind of like that. He just couldn't say it. It was just so off and hilarious.
Hilarious. It sounds hilarious. You go, Glam Gazingo.
Glam Gazingo.
And then he grabbed her face.
Okay, I don't know about that.
Why? It looked like he was about to kiss her, but but that's none of my business. My thoughts on that. Then some guy named who is this guy? Benedict Cumberbatch. He had a flask of some stuff that you need to be 21 and over for.
First of
What?
all, why
What?
is his name Cumberbatch? What is that?
What's your nationality, Cumberbatch?
What's a Cumberbatch?
Like, I thought like the Cabbage Patch. Maybe his cabbage patch. I can't even say
Hi,
Cabbage Patch.
hi. Hey, Chelsea. I'm Cumberbatch. What's a Cumberbatch?
What is this? Like a pumpkin patch? A strawberry patch? Cumberbatch. It's a cucumber
Change
patch.
your last name, Benedict, and your first name.
Because like Benedict, I can think of the eggs that I.
Just change your name, period.
Yup. That's okay. So then at one point, I looked up for this too. Fellow Harris over here, Neil Patrick Harris, came out in his undies. A little scary.
Isn't he like?
Yeah, he goes the other way.
Yeah. I mean, what was?
No, you go.
I saw pictures
Go.
of him in his underwear, and I'm just like, why?
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 I couldn't even tell you because I didn't really watch the Oscars. But I saw that on BuzzFeed and Miss Lauren Yappa Ladder's article. And I was just like,
Right.
yup, there's that. This world's going to shame now that someone's wearing their undies. The host, matter of fact. Patrick Harris was the host, wearing his undies. I have no faith in humanity anymore.
None.
Okay, next up. John Legend and Common won for Best Song. We said that for Glory. That was the Oprah Winfrey movie, right?
That
Yeah.
is a movie about Martin Luther King Jr. and Oprah was in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, Lauren, you're the mom.com because you were telling me everything. And she was like, apparently in his speech, she said, Selma is now because the struggle for justice is right now. We know that now the struggle for freedom and justice is real. That's deep.
Is it?
That's a little deep there, my friend Enajite.
Did that touch you?
That struck right there. You go, Common. I actually love him and Chrissy Teigen. That's another day, another story. I love them together, but that was, that was pretty boss. And actually, the next thing we're going to talk about, they was like, I watched briefly, very small amounts of this, the Oscars, and most of the speeches had actually a meaning. And actually, Patricia Arquette's, she won for Best Supporting Actress for Boyhood. She actually said some deep things too. This is a deep show, as deep as Neil Patrick Harris's undies. So what she said was, to every woman who gave birth to every taxpayer and citizen of this nation, we have fought for everybody else's equal rights, and it's time to have wage equality once and for all. Beautiful.
She was talking about women.
Yep,
when
she
she
was
says
talking.
it's our time, she was referring to women in the industry and just women in general.
Oh, yeah.
Saying that men are always paid more wage-wise compared to women. So.
Oh yeah. There's studies about it, but we don't need to go there. I think that was pretty awesome.
But I
of her.
definitely agree with her on that point.
Awesome. Good, you go, girl. You say at the Oscars, one of the most watched events of the year. You go, Gwen Coco.
Go.
And then the only thing there's two things I actually got off my phone and watched. One of them was Lady Gaga. She performed like a little melody of The Sound of Music. Oh, wow. It was, do you see it, Jite?
No, how was that?
I thought she was lip singing, but she was too good to be true. She was amazing, and that's why I thought she was lip singing, because she was that good. She actually looked flawless. I like her this way. She was not born this way, but I like her this way now, Jite.
Nice.
And she is on the right track. I think it's because that diamond engagement ring we talked about 2 weeks ago. Ring-a-ling-a-ling. I think that brought her sanity. And Julianne Moore, the star of the original score and movie, The Sound of Music, she came on the stage and hugged her, and she said she was amazing. Blah, blah, blah. I thought that was awesome, because I love
cool.
Julianne Moore. So it's a little sweet moment. And then, we were just talking about this, but the boys out there, shout out to Mr. Armand over there, and Ian Sachs over there. What's going on, guys? We were talking about this Lego performance. Did you see it?
No, I did not see these things.
She just watched them for the
I
fashion.
literally just watched the fashion
Fashion
the
is the
red
passion,
carpet,
guys.
everything else. I knew it was going to be boring. Why sit there for 4 hours to watch
It was so boring.
like
This was
nothing?
This was actually one of my favorite parts. It was, apart from the Lego movie, everything is awesome. The track was called. At the ceremony, this is according to Us Weekly. At the ceremony, pop duo Tegan and Sarah performed along with the Lonely Island band brothers that lose them known as I'm on a boat, that one, and from Andy Samberg, and there were some Lego Oscars. going around town.
All right. One of the biggest controversies that came out of the Oscars was Juliana Rancic and Zendaya.
Oh, I saw this all over Twitter.
The reason I know this is because I was watching the red carpet, of course, and I watched Fashion Police
Fashion
on E!
is her
News.
passion, guys. Check it out.
But no, Zendaya, she rocked some faux lock dreads.
Oh, yeah.
Dreadlocks. And of course, the next day, E! News has the Fashion Police, and that's when they, critique the outfits that were on the red carpet.
Oh, yeah.
And Juliana, she said
A bold little
about
comment
Zendaya's look
about a plant.
that her hair looked like it smelled like petri oil. How do you pronounce that word? Petri?
Petri?
Patchouli?
Patchouli?
Some type of scented kind of oil
That
thing.
smells like an illegal. That smells like something we can't talk about.
And
on TV
also an
and
illegal
radio.
substance.
We can talk about here.
And
It was kind of like
it was a really big stereotype.
Bold.
Just for anyone that wears dreadlocks, it's like as if Juliana was saying, anyone that has dreadlocks, this is how their hair smells and this is what they probably do, which was just wrong.
For Juliana is an awesome. I look up to her as a broadcaster, and a future broadcaster. She always says the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and she doesn't hold back. But I think this one was a little bit. It pushed the line a little bit, and I usually salute her for everything she does. This one was just a little messed up. And poor Zendaya is like 18. Poor little girl.
That was very a really offensive comment, and Juliana was just wrong with that. Wrong for saying that. And even Kelly Osbourne, she wrote on Twitter saying that she might quit the show because of everything that's been going on with the whole situation and people just basically bashing E! News now because of what she said. So
I didn't read that far, but
I feel like the Fashion Police will soon come to an end. Yeah, honestly,
ever since the death of Joan Rivers.
Yeah,
no. I don't like it anymore.
They definitely might be going out of business real soon.
I don't hope that because it's a great entertainment show. News
Absolutely.
value. No.
But it's not the same anymore. I did watch the Fashion Police the day after it came on, from the Oscars, and it's just not the same. The new people that they have on there, well, it's just one new person. I forget her name. Kathy Griffin, right? No, he's been on there for a while, but Kathy Griffin, I feel like she's not really that funny, and she's just not living up to the expectations that I hoped.
Oh wow, I don't. My mother watches the show. Shout out Deb, but I don't really care for it. Joan Rivers, I would watch it on and off, but just go on Twitter to see your fashion opinions.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a great show.
It is.
It needs to be revamped a little bit again because it's so similar to the format of Joan Rivers' day, and let her rest in peace. Let her memory live on because
they should definitely switch it up,
vamp it up a little bit. But I think that comment by Juliana Rancic was bold.
Very bold.
Bold.
And I feel like she tried to make it as a joke, but it wasn't funny.
It was not funny in the least bit at all, and I took offense to it too. I don't.
But Juliana, she did apologize, and Zendaya did forgive her, and Zendaya definitely asked the world to forgive her for what she said.
Oh yeah, I actually have the tweet right here. It was tweeted on yesterday, actually. No, 2 days ago. February 24th, that was 2 days ago. She said, "Dear Zendaya, I'm sorry I offended you and others. I was referring to a bohemian chic look, had nothing to do with race and never would." That's not a good apology to me either. You know? Mm-hmm. I don't.
But a lot of people were also bringing up how when Kylie Jenner had faux locks and she said it looked good. But when Zendaya has it, it looks like it smells like some type of illegal drug. Why is that?
I didn't hear about that. You see, that's how much I've been paying attention to Juliana Rancic lately.
I'm just a really big E! News Fashion Police fan. So, I look up to Juliana, basically, as an aspiring entertainment journalist.
Yes,
so it's
absolutely.
When I see things like this, I'm kind of
I think she needs
you messed up.
She needs to take a class with Professor Jack Breslin. Media law and ethics, my friend. You need to go back to school. Come back to Iona.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
Definitely.
I'm sure Jack Breslin would appreciate that one. But I think just to recap the Oscars and wrap this up, nope. I didn't like it. The fashion was pretty spot on. We'll write a little blog about that, about some of the fashion police. We'll be the fashion police. Me and Gita. I think we're qualified.
We're qualified.
And we're overly qualified.
Overly qualified.
Me and my sweats right now.
Yes.
But I think we'll do like a little recap or something with that because this Oscars was unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
These award shows have been unfortunate.
They
need to end. Award season needs to come to a wrap.
A close.
And on that note, we'll be right back with a few new songs.
WICR presents This Moment in History.